good shot attempts and you were executing well. Just missed them. How did you feel about your team's execution in the first 5 minutes, even though the shots weren't falling?
Yeah, honestly, I felt pretty solid. One thing we kept saying, man, that's a good look, that's a good look, that's a good look. Shots that I feel like we're gonna make. Whether it was their length or their speed or size, just kind of speeding us up and maybe rushing them a little bit. I'm not sure. But I think the first time out there was like, hey guys, like we're getting good shots. We got a couple at the rim. I think Self missed a 3, Dez missed one, Reagan missed one, but they were really, really good looks. It just didn't go in. When shots don't go in, you got to find a way, and it was able to allow them to get out in transition. And that's the one place we knew we couldn't live. I'm not so sure how many points they scored off of our live ball turnovers. I know they had 22 off of our turnovers, but it wasn't so much live ball turnovers. It was just like a shot, miss, rebound, go, and we just didn't do a good job in transition there. I thought our fight in the second quarter was pretty good. We got back to doing that a little bit better, and then the second half, I will tell you this: I loved 102 to 58 doesn't sound like it, but I love the fight of our ball club today.
And on the rebounding disparity there, seemed like they were battling for boards. Was it just? Did you notice a trend with anything, especially in the offensive? Was it bad positioning, not boxing out? What was?
Yeah, I thought our bigs especially were battling inside, and I thought our guards were starting to leak out. And one thing we talked about last couple days was, not leaving Reagan and Lana and KP on islands by themselves. Make sure our guards were flying in, and we didn't do a good job. We never quite really made the adjustment, but there in the second quarter, I thought we did pretty well, with that. But damn, they're good, y'all.
Katie, how important is it for the development of Lana and KP to have a game like this and get tested this early in the year?
I think for all of us, we were talking to them. It's why you play games there's not conference games to really test to see where you are. Obviously, we understand we're not a top 10 team and not a top 5 team like the way they are. But we did a lot of good things, and we'll be able to take that and build from it. And then the more bad things that we did, the not so great things, we can watch it and learn from it. It's like the end of the third quarter, we miss a layup at the rim and kind of just jog back, and Miles hits however long it was. Those are things like we tell our team all the time, like you just don't, you've got to play through the whistle, and they responded in timeouts. I would tell you this, like the eye contact I get from them, the head nods, the way they allowed us to talk to them and coach them, even though we were struggling, and then how we stayed together is not something I've seen here in a while. And I commend our ball club for that, because I think it's going to carry us a long way for the rest of the season.
Was there anyone in particular that kind of spurred that on, I guess?
I think it's just the nature of our ball club. I tell you, we're a lot of competitors. The fight and the grit from all of us. I think it's just a competitive, collective togetherness that we had. That sounds so crazy because it's 102 to 58, but I'm telling you, like, I know we're gonna be okay.
You alluded to it a little bit, but how important what is it about this team that will embrace what happened tonight and use it Thursday and beyond as you get further along in the season?
Not only that, I think they're gonna use it and bring it on Tuesday too. I think every day I think they're gonna come in here and they do the same thing against our guys in practice, but pretty much getting your ass kicked on national television will open your eyes, and it's gonna fire them up. It's gonna fuel them. It's who they are collectively. It's who they are individually, and then in turn it's who they are collectively. I have some, call me crazy. I have some very strong optimism about our ball club and the direction we're gonna go from here.
Just for kind of Ella to get going a little bit and hit a 3 and do the things that you brought her in here to do.
Yeah.
what kind of step was that? Was that for her tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I told you, I think she's one of the best shooters I've ever seen, if not the best. Just looked confident too, dribbling the basketball. Didn't look afraid of the moment, and I think that kind of trickled down to everybody. Same thing with Des. We just got a lot of pieces out there that feel good about who they are, and we'll keep working to collectively, put a better game together.
22 turnovers. As a coach, how do you turn that into a learning moment as they add up?
Obviously you want to take care of the basketball. I think we had 21 at their place last year, so not much different, unfortunately. And just some really silly things, where we dribble the ball off our foot or, just not quite strong with the basketball. But if you're ever going to have a chance against a really good basketball team, you got to rebound the basketball and take care of it. 2 things we didn't do. And, we'll watch all the turnovers, see where we can have some better spacing on the offensive end, and it'll get better.
Coach, win or lose, what do you look for in your team, when they're on the bench? What kind of body language are you looking for from them?
I think exactly what I was trying to hit on. The eye contact, the coachability. I think Lana made a move in the fourth quarter, just turned right shoulder into Kate Colville. I think I yelled at her, hey, counter, she's bigger than you. You can't just bully her. And the yes coach, the head nod, the everything that you want a player to be. We have it on our ball club. And every time out it was, find a way to win the next 5 minutes. Forget the scoreboard right now. Let's win the next 5 minutes. The last 15 minutes, we just tried to, just reset everything. And I know maybe the last 15 minutes we didn't win, but the fight was there, and they did what we were asking them to do.
Ella alluded to treating every practice like you're practicing for a national contender. Is that something that you feel like this team getting ready for this weekend is going to be able to do more consistently? You feel like moving forward?
Yeah, I do. I think the leaders of our ball club will make sure we're ready. I think Mark hit it in the locker room. We actually had 2 pretty good days of practice. Our energy and effort was really good leading up to Notre Dame, and making sure when we do come back on Tuesday, we practice like we're prepping again for Notre Dame. That same focus, being intentional about everything we're doing. And then the other thing is, we don't have a lot of 5-star, or if any, 5-star recruits on our ball club. The mental focus, locking in on the mental side and taking the scout and taking everything we do in practice and carrying it over, just kind of the next step of growth for our ball club. We might not. I told them, before every game, most often than not, you're gonna see the other team's roster and our roster, and most often than not, you're gonna pick the other team's roster. But if we can be mentally focused and locked in, and play as hard as we can, maybe our 3-star recruits they'll find a way to beat some 5-star recruits.
I mean, even though that'll go higher tonight, but how do you feel like just overall the way your point guards were able to challenge her?
Just honestly really, really pleased with Amaya's minutes down the stretch and how she handled a little bit of adversity, especially I think Hannah got her one time. But her ability to keep playing and lead our basketball team, get us into what stuff we were trying to do there in the fourth quarter. We're very, very pleased with number 1 right now.
Anything else for Coach?
All right, thanks guys.